Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Road to the Masters tournament talk. You'll have to just trust me on the name. My name is Gridlicious, and I'm joined tonight by four very special people. I have Raven from Wolfpack.
Hello, thanks for having me.
I have Aeronwen from the admin team.
Hi.
I have Blivandefar from Apis Europae.
Good evening.
And I have Rayden from Random Force.
Hello.
So tonight we're going to be discussing mostly what's been happening in the tournament so far, what's about to happen, and a little bit of the decisions made. But first, let's just go over, both of you had a training match there, didn't you?
Yes.
Who did you play, Bliv?
I think one bookie.
And did you win?
I don't know, man. I'm not supposed to tell this,
Alright, secrets.
And I'm not there now. It's still going on.
Okay. Well, by the end of the match, we expect the result.
Right.
And Rayden, who did you play?
Yeah, we were playing against Irish Rebels. I just left last set. I didn't play.
Alright.
You just trust your team to fill in,
I never trust my team.
That's a good idea. I don't either. So, what do you guys think of the tournament so far? It's the first stage is now over.
Man.
Have you had any issues? Has it been good?
I think it's been a good, smooth running tournament. Really smooth.
I mean, what are pros and cons about the tournament? You think pros first, I guess. Could you name a couple? Like, what do you like about the tournament, for example, Bliv?
I'm not really. I don't really know formats and stuff for tournaments like round robin and stuff. I don't know what that is, but I think it's been running smooth though. There hasn't been hiccups and no teams dropping out and all that. I think that's good. Yeah.
Alright, so what about you, Rain? What do you think's good about the tournament so far? What do you think about the tournament in general so far?
Well, so far it's good. As far as I know, that we didn't have really problems in this tournament. So it's a smooth tournament, but point system a bit weird, if you ask me. But other than that, it's a nice tournament.
Yeah, that goes a little bit to Aeronwen's territory here, because this tournament does a little bit different things than the other tournaments we've seen so far. For example, the maps, especially. What made you pick these maps? Because most of these maps have not been played more than one time in the tournament.
Well, as you probably know, Manasseh's run this tournament before.
Yeah.
So it's been a WMT before, but it was. I think most of the bigger clans didn't join. Probably I can't remember when it was. Maybe there was something else going on, and there's also been an NA version, I think. So the maps for the previous tournament were the starting point, really, for which maps we chose to keep in. So we had the list of what had worked before and what people had seemed to enjoy playing. And we kept all those. And then we had a list of a few that we were going to throw out. And some that were maybes. And then we looked at what other maps there might be and just composed the best list we could. And as I hope you remember, for each category, closed, mixed and open, for the maybes, we decided not to choose ourselves, but to put one slot where the team captains could all vote and they could choose one between them.
Yeah, I remember that. It took a little bit of time, but I think that was good. A good decision to do. Gave people a little bit more power over it.
It's really good to have the team captains involved as much as possible in decision making, but to do that, you need lots of time to prepare the tournament.
Yeah.
Usually, by the time somebody decides to run a tournament, there isn't that much time. And if we had more time, then it would be much easier to have the captains involved in more decisions initially. But you need a lot of time to discuss things. But that vote worked quite well. So for each category, one of the maps was chosen. The ones from the previous season that we decided to keep were Desert Town, Port of Honor, New Port of Castellum, Ruins Rebuilt, Drijksdorf, if that's how you say it,
Yeah, Dragster.
Kurgit Settlement and River Village, which I think are all, non-controversial. They're good maps. They're fun to play.
And what about the new maps that came in for this tournament? How do you think they fit into the tournament so far?
Well, if we were always playing the same maps, it would get really boring. So having said that, I mean, Sandy Bush seems to make its way into almost every tournament and people still seem to enjoy it. But generally, if you were just playing the same few maps every tournament, it would be a bit dull, and you need new things and changes to keep people interested. So the
But
only
I mean,
way...
like, are you overall, are you satisfied with how everything's turned out so far, considering that you have been introducing some new maps into the tournament and they have been played? Like, have you gotten any kind of like feedback on those based on which you could, for example, decide which of the maps you're going to use for coming tournament?
Well, there's always feedback, but unfortunately, there's not usually a consensus. So you tend to get feedback not when people like things, but when they dislike things. But what people dislike tends to be different. But it's certainly something that we would take on board, but we may not be running any future tournaments. So that all depends. I mean, everybody has their favourite and their non-favourite maps, and that usually depends on what class they play as a main class.
Yeah, I liked the fact that Azure was back. I really liked that map. I was
Yeah, it's a
very
good
happy
map.
that week.
I agree.
Also, Frosty Battle. I think that's
No.
the one, right? Oh, I like that. I
I like that.
up in the hills where you can just sit as an archer and you're untouchable. It's just happy
I
times.
think Greedy's getting caught up in his youth passions again or something.
Yeah, maybe. But
Great map.
could you go into a little bit more why you made it closed, mixed, and open stages? Because that's also a new thing that I've never seen in a tournament before.
Okay, well, that was in the previous WMT tournament, which I wasn't involved in. This is really Manas's baby. It's his tournament. I'm helping out, but it's all his idea. So actually, I don't really know the answer to that, except that it is called the Masters, and the idea is that to win, you have to be the master of each type of map. You have to be able to cope with all of them. So in other tournaments, maybe if you had really great inf and could win handsomely on just closed maps, maybe you could win the tournament on that, even if you were really rubbish on open maps. And to some extent, that's still the case here, because you could maybe drop points on open maps, but still go through to the last 8. But the idea is that you show your ability, or your team's ability, on each type of map. And actually, it's quite interesting looking at the table to see that some teams did really well on one type and really poorly on another.
Yeah, that's true. We can go a little bit deeper into the table in a little bit. But first, what about Bliv and Rayden? Like, what do you think about this, Rayden, for example?
About what?
The open, closed, and mixed stages of the tournament. Are you okay with that? Like, I haven't heard much feedback about it in general from my colleagues.
I'm okay with everything in this game. I don't mind. I mean, maybe they just wanted to test teams in every kind of stations. I don't know why did they do that, but I'm okay with everything.
But I mean, do you like the idea of having both like closed, mixed, as well as open maps being played like as a must?
I haven't played in WMT before. Maybe I did. I don't remember, but I haven't played as a leader, so I haven't thought about this stuff. Now it's good because it's new to me. Like, I'm gonna have to prepare my team for open, for closed, for mixed, whatever we play. So it is good. It is good. Like, we have fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, that's good to hear. So what about you, Bliv? What do you think about the closed, mixed, open maps?
I mean, it's alright. It's like we would have played like mixed, open, and closed maps anyway, but now it's just this week is closed, this week is mixed, etc.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't think it would impact
I
like
don't
the
know. It's
clan you
not.
play for in
I,
any way, like for certain maps?
I don't know. I don't think so. Well, the maps are a different subject, but just that like this format, I think is cool to innovate. Though I think I prefer the other format where it's just like random or whatever it is.
All right.
I think, as Aeronwen said as well, it's fun to see, especially like statistic-wise, because I mean you can't say too much about it because they fight different clans every time. Like sometimes they played a team lower level than them, and sometimes
Yeah.
higher. But it's cool to see.
Yeah, it would be quite interesting to have a really much longer league where you
Yeah.
maybe had 6
Yeah.
weeks of closed maps or something. But I don't know, maybe people would get a bit bored with that.
Would be a little bit too long for a tournament in Warband, sadly. But let's take a look at the teams here, because we have AE on top.
Yes.
You had 1 week where the first week even was a default win.
Yep. Nobody
then-
wanted to pick us.
No, and considering the next 2 weeks, that makes sense. You killed basically Hitman and Polish Eagles very decisively.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Then you had another default win,
Yeah.
and then you lost to
I
Random
mean,
Force.
just a question about those default wins, right? Like, do you like how do you feel about like not getting to play a match? Does it bother you at all, or are you
No, I
like,
love it.
oh, great? It's like
Best thing.
A weekend off.
because I could imagine, for example, a team being kind of annoyed that they don't get to play like official matches every week. You know, you can get kind of like out of your
I mean-
rhythm if you don't play matches
Yeah,
consistently.
no, that's the only con with it, I guess. But otherwise, it's nice, man. But yeah, you can get a bit out of shape, like I guess. No,
Yeah,
I guess we were.
Yeah, I mean you did lose against Random
Yeah,
Force.
we did lose, but I mean,
next week, but
random force is good, so
They
we
are-
probably could have lost that anyway.
very solid, yeah. Then you beat Irish Rebels 11-3 last
Yeah,
weekend.
it was last week.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, solid scores. I mean, it's AE. You can expect scores like this as well, but
Yeah, I mean, you expect to lose at least one time in the group stage as well. We always done that.
yeah, that's true. Next up, we have Random Force, who didn't play the first week.
Yeah,
Did
we
you?
signed up in week 2.
Yeah. Did you? Were you not gonna play the tournament, or were you just like strategically waiting for your opportunity?
No, actually, like we were not gonna play in this tournament, but after we saw everyone joined, like Castellan, Bomberg, Irish Rebels, AE, we said why not, and we made this team literally in like 5 minutes. Yeah,
That's pretty good if you end up second on the tournament table, you know.
yeah, I just asked some people like, hey, you wanna join? Hey, you wanna join? They said okay, and we made this team.
I mean, if you had joined the first week, you would have probably finished on top because you are undefeated so far.
I mean, where
maybe.
like were these kind of results what you expected with this kind of team? Because if we look at your roster, like skill wise, it's a pretty good roster. But did you expect to come second on the table?
Since we joined in week 2, I didn't expect to be on top because AE always got defaults win because no one picked them. So it was impossible to be on top, but I think second position for a team who signed up in week 2 is really good.
And for a team
Absolutely.
that actually only played 5 out of 6 matches, you know, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I joined like in week 4. I was on vacation.
Oh,
Oh,
So
okay.
Menetil and
Then-
Pendragon was leading the team and
Ah,
stuff.
I see.
looking at the matches you played, Otalionvi, you won 12-0 against them.
Yeah, we had to choose those kind of teams. I'm not saying they're bad, like
No,
we,
it makes sense, yeah.
because we needed more points. So yeah.
It's all about the points.
You need the
Yep.
points to progress.
So next would be Equalitas.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had a bit of a rough beginning, losing to Fearless, but after that they kind of just went on a running spree here, like 10-3 against Kattegat, 12-4 against FTW, 12-1 against Kakvzegda.
I mean, overall, just very solid results, I'd say. But like, Bliv, like, did you expect like them to come third on the table? Did you see them being capable of doing such?
No, I don't know who's on the roster. I have no clue. Need to go check.
It's basically the old people back from back then, like Sunny, Tally, I think is the leader right now.
Wait,
Gaius.
Old people.
And
what?
basically, some of Austrian Nations Cup team.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks like
it's like Austrian Germans.
yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I think like a lot of players from old Malta as well, right?
Yeah, there's been some.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. You're right.
Unicorn,
There's a lot
I
of
think, plays
Malta
there.
players.
Yeah.
Pegasus, I think.
They got Rainbow.
Yeah, Rainbow's there as well. They have a pretty good roster.
Varadin.
Didn't expect them to end so high though. That's surprising.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, if you look at it points wise though, like the range from third place to seventh place is within a range of 5 points only, which is
that's true.
like a very slight amount.
I mean, they also played against Wonwoki, who's below them on the table, but they lost against them. So it's, I mean, as long as you finish within top 8, you're fine. But yeah, it's cool to see them. I didn't expect them to do so well, so it's good to see.
I wouldn't have expected either.
And next up,
Good on them.
Yeah, good on them for sure. Next up, we have Wonwoki.
Yeah, Wonwoki.
They also lost 2 matches. That's just how it is on the top 8. Pretty much everyone lost 2 matches.
Yeah, I'm afraid the table is wrong. Polish Eagles won 4 and lost 2 as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just a minor.
Yeah, but
technical
I mean,
mistake there.
Looking at it like that, right? Like third to eighth place all have 4 wins and 2 defeats, and you can also see that back in the overall points, right? It's very, very close to each other. Like I think most of these teams could have been at any of these positions in the table, ranging between third and eighth place.
Yeah, again, it's just like a couple of points away. Like between, it's a bit tricky with Polish Eagles if it's not properly updated, but like between them and Fearless is 1 point.
I think the overall points for Polish Eagles is correct though.
Yeah,
so.
the points are correct. It was just the wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defeats that was wrong.
Wonwoki lost to Castellans in week 1. They lost to IR in week 5. It's mostly like, that's the thing with teams like this. You kind of just look at the losses, like what happened. They played against LN and won 12-0, for example, Enigma 12-0.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that interesting, these matches.
I think the losses they had, they were pretty close, right? So.
Yeah, 5-9 against IR.
There's like they could as well have won those matches potentially and be more towards the top of the table.
Yeah.
So and I think with like the caliber of Wonwoki's players, you'd kind of expect that, but like I'm not sure. Like as for you, Rayden, for example, like what do you think of Wonwoki these days? Like they've been around for a long time and they've always been like on the top of most leagues they play in.
They got really solid archers, such as Mata and RD.
Oh yeah.
They have some. Right now, I don't know about their cavalry. I think they don't have Sigs and Asi, I guess, which is they're really good cavalries.
Yeah, they're good cavalries. For sure.
They have some infantries. I think like I don't know why. I don't really know their roster, but they should be fine.
Yeah, like just overall talented players. I think like they don't have any superstars. They're just like, very good players, and they fight.
I'm just looking at their roster. Yeah, they have Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I mean
Sub-Zero's
that's
strong,
definitely a top player though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Commander is PQR and Horus playing cavalry as well. They have Fiata, Puffed Dragon, Bash.
Yeah, Puff is good. Like they actually do have solid players. Yeah.
Seems like they have good infantry lineup.
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me that they are fourth in the top 8.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up is a little bit surprising to me. Fearless. So 5th.
Fearless, yes.
They again had 2 losses. Castellans and IR. both top teams, not that surprising. The matches, like in the end, they kind of seem to fall off a little bit. Losing to Castellans and then H7 versus DOF. Like DOF
Yeah,
finishing
like
12th.
I didn't expect that result against DOF
No, that's a bit
personally. Like,
DOF always has this though, don't they? Like they have the one match tournament where they play really, really good, and then they just like beat a top level team. But
well, I mean, they didn't exactly beat them,
yeah,
but
they
it
got
was
close. Yeah.
it's
I
like
have
when
to say, Doff were disappointed with their performance in that match, and definitely feel they could have won it.
Yeah, I mean, one
I mean,
match,
when it's
one
that
run
close,
away.
it's
Yeah,
only natural you would feel like that, right?
yeah,
Because like you're so close to beating well, arguably a top level team like that, and well, it could have made the difference between you being in the top 8 potentially if you beat them well.
There were 2 matches I think we felt were really disappointing, and we didn't play our best. I say we, but I wasn't in either of them. I'm just, claiming credit for
A
something
royal
I
we.
didn't do.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're technically on their roster, right? So
Yeah.
You did play for them, so I mean that's
Yeah.
good enough for me.
Mm.
Next up we have Polish Eagles.
Polish Eagles, yes.
They didn't play anyone super strong this tournament. I mean they played against AE and they played against Castellans and they lost both of these. AE is not that surprising. They lost 12-2.
I like how you say like they haven't played against that strong,
Yeah, I mean,
strong teams,
yeah.
and then you start with AE, and I'm like, okay.
Right, so they played a couple of good teams.
Mm.
But they played against like Nub Club, who you played for this tournament, Raven.
Yeah, we're not gonna mention that.
Right. They played against FTW twice, beating them handsomely the first time, drawing them second time, and kind of beating them handsomely the third time. The
Yeah.
rematch. Aeronwen, can you go into a little bit of details on that?
Yeah, well, that was unfortunate. You streamed it, didn't you? Really
Yeah.
exciting match. Really great, but it was a tie, and there was one round up. I believe it was at the beginning of the set where the flag was bugged, and they had the flag, and if it hadn't been bugged, they would have won the round. But then they lost the melee fight at the end, so they didn't win the round, and that did feel unfair.
Yeah.
Especially as you can get better equipment and stuff if you've won and survived. So that did feel unfair, and both teams were eager to have a rematch. So that obviously was the best thing to do. Have the rematch, and Erminas worked through the night to fix the flag, which was brilliant of him. And
Yeah.
I think he did manage to get it up on all servers, or most servers anyway, if not all of them.
At least the server I streamed the next day, it was back up, so it was good to see.
Yeah, you worked really hard on that. But it was very unfortunate about that flag, which we hadn't realised had that bug. If the teams had played and they had known that flag was bugged, we would have made the results stand. But because nobody knew, it did seem very unfair. And because they were both keen to replay, that was a very, very easy decision to make.
Yeah, I gotta give FTW a bit of props for that. Like they didn't need to do that. They took a bit of a beating in the third match or second match, so to say. But it was good to see them. Like there was no ill will from them afterwards either. Like that's good to see.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
sportsmanship.
like
Yeah.
especially considering if they would have like tried to force the draw to stand as a result, they potentially would have been very close to top 8. I'd say so.
Yeah, I mean they would have still fallen short, but it's still good on them.
Yeah.
It's good to see good sportsmanship, as you said. Next
Yep.
up we have Castellans, and this is a bit of a strange one because they did have 2 losses, but they also had that one default win in the second week.
Yes.
And looking at the score, like the board.
Yeah, I looked into that a bit, and basically, like in the picking phase, like for that week, there were a couple of clans left. Let me check. Yeah, Irish Rebels was able to choose between Fearless and Castellans, and then they picked Fearless, so Castellans got a default win.
Yeah.
And then I believe Irish Rebels played against Castellans later in the tournament, and then Castellans lost, I believe. So I think if Irish Rebels had picked Castellans there, potentially they could have like fell short of top 8.
They could have potentially knocked them out. Yeah, I mean the score match against Castellans IR was in week 3, where Castellans lost 7-8. Like incredibly even match, but
Yeah, incredibly even match. Yes.
if they didn't have a default win, like they could have been knocked out completely.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, especially considering like if you get a win, that's not like necessarily maximum. You don't necessarily get maximum amount of points for that instantly because you get like your 1 round counted on top of that. So they would have fell short a couple of points, which if you look at the table, could have made them fall short of top 8.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean they still made it though. Like nobody picked them, so.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
I mean, that's
but
how the system works, so
I mean,
I don't have any troubles
you
with that.
can't blame IR for picking Fearless over them.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
especially considering when they did play against Castellans, it was a very close match, you know.
yeah. I mean, Castellans did play against Fearless too in week 5, and they narrowly won by 1 point, 7-6 against Fearless. So, I mean, who knows? It's like that was a good fight for these last few spots in top
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, really. Like, I think most of these teams, like ranging from position 9 to position 12, if they had like one more match, like just narrowly by like getting 2 points more or something,
Yeah.
that would have given a big boost to their overall points, which could have made them rise into the top 8. But
Yeah. Points matter. You need to get those
points
points.
matter, yeah. And after all, it's those kind of like small differences which in the end decide what the top 8 is going to be and which teams are gonna fall out of the top 8, of course.
Yeah. So last team is IR on top 8. They played. I mean, they had one essentially default win the first week against King Biggie's Big Boys, who left the tournament right after.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a flat. Like they were expected to do good too. I would have seen like they would have been top 8, I think, if they had stuck in. But
Probably.
IR's match history is very close. Like
Yeah, very
they
close.
end up like they lost a few matches, of course, but 8-6 against Fearless, 8-7 Castellans, 9-5 Wookie.
I mean,
It's
they
close
did
matches.
win against like a lot of teams that are above them in the top 8, in fact, though, which is
true.
kind of surprising if you think about it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So
just
you
couple
see
more
like
points,
yeah,
they
like
would have gotten out.
the rounds that the round difference you win with and stuff, it really matters. I mean, I just actually wanna ask Bliv and Rayden real quick, like, if you like, let's say you would look at this tournament beforehand, like before any matches would have been played, like, would this have been like how many of these teams that are now in top 8 would have been in your top 8 for your prediction then?
See, want to see what teams that were in to begin with. Hold on.
I mean, let's start with Apizaro, but I think you both probably predicted
Maybe,
they would
yeah.
be top 8.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And
Yeah,
then,
maybe.
like, did you expect Random Force to be in there, or
Yeah,
did you simply
definitely.
not know who was in there before?
No, definitely Random and IR and Castellan.
All right, so that's 4 teams. And
Yeah.
the other 4, what were the other 4 like that you expected would go into the top 8?
I know PE probably. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking at the other teams here, and PE is probably better than most of them.
All right. So what about the remaining 3, like Equalitas, Defenders of Womwoki, and Fearless? Like, did you expect
Yeah,
them to
one
be up
Wookiee
there?
definitely. Forgot about them. Yeah, definitely one Wookiee as well. They always been good.
And then, like, when you look at the point difference, like if you look at the overall points and you see how little points is in between all of these teams, like, do you think it could have been like way different if some matches had gone like 2 or 3 rounds in the direction of the opposing teams, perhaps?
I guess it could, couldn't it? Actually, it could have.
Well, I mean,
Tranquility was really close
it's
to
possible
getting
that
up
you
there.
think like with some very close results that maybe some teams
Yeah,
that
you
were
could switch
clearly
out.
better kind of like underperformed and only narrowly won, you know.
I don't know if there's any clearly better team than the ones up here. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Any-
did you expect Tranquility to be in there perhaps, like a little bit higher? Because
Probably,
teams
probably
have
not.
been looking at them as, well, a pretty good team at least.
I don't know. Let me check the roster.
Always
Yeah,
roster checking.
I got no clue. I don't know half of these guys. Like,
Well, I mean, they've been around for a while now.
yeah,
Some of them have a very big personality, especially on forums I've seen.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, Greed knows all about that.
That's some funny stuff. But no, I don't know, man. I probably could have gone either way with like
Yeah.
a couple of these teams. Yeah.
All right. Then as for you, Rayden, what did you think about this top 8? Like looking at it, in hindsight.
Yeah, I would put all of those teams in top 8 as well. Like that would be my top 8. Maybe instead of Fearless, I will put FTW or TQ. That's
All
because
right.
of I've never played against Fearless. I don't know how they're playing, you know.
And what makes you think that, like, why do you think FTW and Tranquility aren't in top 8 now? Is it just because they happened to lose perhaps like one match they shouldn't have lost, or something else perhaps?
Well, I'm gonna say something here, but people shouldn't get mad at me. If you're gonna be good team, then you should play against good teams. Like when some good team offers you scrim, you should accept it. Not say like, you shouldn't say like, I don't know, we cannot play against you because you're bad, or I mean you're good for us or something.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
If you wanna be good team, to learn something new, play against better teams.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that as well. You need to you don't learn anything from playing teams that are below you. Basically, you can just play half blind and you can beat them. It's not interesting. Then you don't learn from that. I'm surprised about the Ortalian Novi Riezgu.
Like your pronunciation is
It's
just
not the
like
best.
shit.
The Polish team.
Yeah, the
That's
Polish
not
team.
P.
Exactly. The
And not
not
Hitman and-
Polish team.
Yeah.
And Hitman, yes. I'm surprised by them. I kind of thought they would do much better than they did. Looking
Do you
at
know-
like just the roster, okay.
Do you know who these players are? I know Prusak.
Yeah, I mean they're like not the most friendly people in the world, but I mean they're good players.
No, I don't mean friendly. I mean like I literally haven't seen these people ever. Half of them.
Let me see. Yeah.
I don't know. I never seen them in the game.
They had some people there that I recognized. Like
Yeah, a
it's
couple.
strange that they.
So some older
do better.
players, I believe.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get the roster. real quick.
Yeah, perhaps. I have no clue. I know Prusak, Kuhner, and that Oscar Dapp guy.
Oh yeah. These are the three names that like instantly popped up for me as well. But
And that Pepa, I think he's
he's a good archer. I saw
From-
him back in
I
the
think
day.
he's from Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
That Polak guy, is he the guy on IG?
Oh yeah, the guy with Caps Polak. That's probably him.
Okay.
I mean, Shock is there, not the coding Shock, but one guy. Edward is a good infantry, isn't he? He kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Never seen. I've seen Luther. He was in IG, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
actually.
IG, yeah.
In Remar was like Thunders. I mean, they kind of like they're known out there a bit, but I don't know. 17th for them is strange.
I don't
Thought
know.
they
It's a
would do
bit
better.
ambitious.
Well, I mean,
top 8.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, top 8 would be. I mean, yeah.
I mean, if they happen to underperform in only like 2 matches, though, then like it's 2 extra losses. You're pretty much already down below in the tournament. Then.
You
Like
needed only 2 losses.
if they had like 2 more wins or something, they could have suddenly been like at 90 points, you know. But 2 wins is still a big task, so who knows?
What do you guys think about Kok Bezodka? Like the Russian team?
The Griffon team.
Yeah, that was the Griffon team, yeah.
I mean, the reason they didn't finish higher up, I think, is because they joined quite late in week 3, I think.
Yeah, they missed 2 matches.
Yeah,
I believe.
they played 1 match only against like a top team, which they did end up losing. But
They could have made top 8.
They could have definitely made
Because it's
top 8.
basically Heroes and AD, I think.
yeah,
But then you have the problem with all Russian teams that they tend to underperform a lot and then tilt.
yeah, I've noticed this as well.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like they necessarily underperformed though, because if you look at the table, they won 3 out of 4 matches.
The one they lost
Like
though,
they
lost
only
hard.
played 4 matches and they're still like in the middle well, not like the middle of the table, but
I mean,
still
I think
14th position. If they won like one match more, if they played like those 2 matches and got some more points, you know, they
or if
could
they
have
just
definitely
joined like
made
1
top
week
8.
earlier, they could have gotten better as well. I think they could have.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been promoted, but
I mean,
they would have gotten higher
the
up.
table says they didn't get any points for the closed map, so they probably missed the
Yeah,
first
they
2
missed
weeks.
the first 2 weeks completely. I
Yeah.
think they joined up in week 3. They
Yeah,
lost against the Qualitas 12-1, which is pretty convincing, but
There you go. Yeah.
That is pretty convincing, yeah. Alright, well then, Reed.
I think that's pretty much the table. Let's go
Yeah?
over to the actual matches now.
To the actual matches.
I
Wow.
know. So it's AE versus IR. You played against them last week as well, and it was somewhat one-sided. Say it
Yep.
nicely. Are you expecting any different result this week?
Yeah, I do. I hope they're gonna do better with map that they picked. They picked Sandy's, I think.
Yeah, Sunnybush.
Like, do you think IR are possibly more threatening on closed maps to you?
I mean, they seem to think that, so I guess they are.
Well, I
So-
mean, like, what do you think about AE when you measure them up in terms of skill, like, compared to IR?
I think skill-wise, like, there's a few gaps here and there. Obviously, I'm gonna favor my own team, but I don't know. They're not bad, man. They're not bad at all.
Their pushes
They're
are
a
really good.
plan.
Like, once they pushed you guys, especially in the last set, I mean, you probably dropped your guard a little bit at the end as well, but
I didn't watch that. I was here doing the interview then.
yeah, I mean the last few rounds they pushed you basically, and then they won the fights, left
Yeah.
you out of position. Like, did you keep doing that? And like Sandy Bush is perfect for that. Just push.
Yeah.
I know
But
we gotta look
Sandy
out for
Bush
them.
is still a different map from Silk Road, though. Like,
That's
you can't really compare one map with another because every map has its own tweaks.
I remember in the last tournament, the whatever it's called, they picked Sandy Bush against us. They did good on it, as far as I remember. When we in the finals of the last tournament, they did really good, and then they got absolutely hammered on Desolation Valley.
yeah. Was it the finals even?
Yeah, that was the finals.
You crushed them on Desolation Valley, which they did end up banning as well.
Yeah, on this, yeah,
So,
definitely they should
like-
right ban.
Yeah.
Having that in mind, like that result that you had against them on Desolation Valley, could that have been a reason for you to pick Reverend Village as well? Because that's also like an open map or more open-ish map.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it was Cleric and M or someone. M I know was involved in this, and I have no clue. I was joined TeamSpeak and listened to him talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because it's.
I
a
mean,
fairly open map.
do you like to play on Reverend a lot, like just as a team in general?
I think so. I don't know. Me personally, I don't like it, but
I mean, you're like an infantry player though, right? So.
yeah, we need some of those on Reverend as well. I think.
Yeah,
mean-
but I mean, as an infantry player, you're generally not gonna like open maps too much.
No, I hate it, but I don't know. Actually, I forgot all of our history with Reverend Village. I think we're alright on it. I think we're alright on Sandy as well. So
Reverend is one of these maps who are just equal. It's like it's quite even. Like there's no massive advantage to either side.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
also,
picked
like-
it.
No,
Yes,
go
but-
ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked it, Reverend. I'd
Which
have
would have
picked
you
like
picked?
Phil by the River or something.
Oh, yeah. Feel by the River is actually a pickable.
But an open
honestly.
map nonetheless, right?
Yeah, but Reverend is less open and it's a lot of corners and shit.
Definitely. So, like, what about the maps you banned? Do you know anything about that? Because, like, you banned River Village and Fort of Honor.
Yeah, I got no clue, dude. What's
I
the
mean,
difference between
River
and
Village is
Reverend
like
Village?
an open map. I mean,
River
maybe
Village
Yeah,
is very open.
I think what we gone for is trying to not have that archer friendly maps. I think where archers just sit and shoot a lot.
All right.
Sorry, after you had to hear my dog yelling in the background.
No, it
Okay.
wasn't too loud.
Alright, good. Yes, I don't see a difference between River Village and Reverend Village or whatever village. Same village.
Anything with village is fine by you.
No, not the actual village map.
Oh
I see.
god, yeah.
I mean, Greed also kinda hates villages in this game, so.
It's the most stupid map in the game.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with the picks. It's whatever.
Yeah, IR banned Desolation Valley as they should have, and Kurgan
Yeah.
Settlement. Kurgan Settlement is one of these maps, I think, that please don't play them in the next tournament.
I mean,
It's just
There's a lot of those maps in this
I mean,
tournament.
I think one main thing about it is as well is that it's not a comfort map for any clan right now. Whereas if you look at the maps that have been picked, you know, like both Reverend and Sandy Bush have been on the scene for a long period of time.
That's,
you know.
that's what you see with these picks. It's just maps that people like playing.
Yeah.
Well, I
All-
mean,
all
not
comfortable
just
maps.
that, but also you have like you've tried probably as a clan you've tried a lot of tactics on those maps already. You know what works
Yeah,
and what
it's
doesn't for you.
comfort.
So.
It's just
You can-
comfort, yeah.
You can walk around Sandy Bush blindfolded at this point. Like, you know
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah, but they're good maps proven by their
Yeah.
longevity.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so like, what do you think about the factions you got for Reverend Village, Rodox versus Nords?
That's on Sandy Bush.
No,
Sorry,
that
what
should
did you
be
say?
that should be on Reverend Village, shouldn't it?
Should
Did
we?
I-
No. Sandy Bush, Rodox Nords, Reverend
We need-
Village.
we need an
Vagrant
admin.
Serenade. Admin.
Can you confirm, Aeronwen? Like,
Hang on, can I confirm what? I can confirm it's the right way round.
The
That's
factions run
interesting though, because if teams weren't clear on that, so
Yeah.
the
Because like
the
when I made this, I figured like team 1, like because AE you are team 1 in the picks, so you got the first map, which means
Nice.
you got the first factions. That's the way I saw it, at least. I might have been wrong.
There's the same factions everywhere, isn't it?
no, the team A banned first but picked second.
Oh yeah, that's
Team B banned second but picked first. So Team B's map is the one with the first set of factions.
In that case, everything on the splash screen is wrong, and the
I'm
next
sorry.
one. So
no, agreed.
well,
Only the parts that you made the maps. That was wrong. So I'm gonna blame you for that. I made the rest.
boys.
just draw an arrow on your screen, switching these two, and you're fine.
But
Sure.
the maps and factions are all up in the quarterfinal thread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
This just looks cool. For actual information, go to the forum.
Just graphics.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise it was misleading, and I hope that
most
didn't
people-
affect.
only
Also not.
for greed. Don't worry about
For
it.
most people, it probably wasn't.
Well, I kind of have to wonder about the teams picking and whether the factions influenced their picks and whether they were surprised which map ended up with which faction, which is obviously something we would try to avoid. So that's kind of worth noting for the future.
I think at least IR and AE both did it right, because Reverend Village, Vegas versus Serenids is much better than Rolex versus Nords,
Yeah,
which is a
definitely.
close map faction. So
100%.
It's good to hear that Bliv is more informed about this than you are. Greed.
I'm just
that
looking at
makes
the thread.
that makes me feel really bad. You guys don't even know.
I'm just looking at the thread, dude. That's all I'm doing.
I should have done that too.
All right. Let's get back on topic. Like Reverend Village, then Vegas for Serenids. A little bit
Yeah.
different factions than what I said before, but what do you think about it, Bliv?
It's gonna be a lot of shooting archers, I think. Lot of
I mean, for
shooting
both
archers.
factions, or do you generally prefer to play more archers on Vegas? Because I think that's what most teams would play more archers on usually.
Yeah, what are you gonna sub the archers in with then on Serenids? Like Cav? The paper Cav?
The Cav was not that much better,
Cav
especially
is
against
just
the
gonna be
Vega
shot.
archers.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna
Yeah.
get torn to shreds.
Next to infantry might be good. We saw a lot on last week. There was a lot more infantry than usual. So to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Like, we'll see after these scrims how it goes. After the scrims we're having this week.
Alright.
Let's switch over to Random Force and Rayden.
No.
Yes.
We missed one map, man. Like Sandy Bush. It's also
Yeah,
a map.
but it's Nords versus Rodox. It's gonna
Come
be a
on,
lot of
I
infantry.
mean-
It's gonna be a lot of infantry, one
It's gonna be
cab.
fun.
Yeah. It's just melee. It's all melee.
All right.
That's-
I'm not gonna comment on that, Greed. Go ahead.
That's good. Random Force. You guys, you banned Amir Village and Prison Hill. Both of the two new maps.
Yep.
Also two open maps.
Is
I mean,
there-
One is
Prison
mixed.
Hill. Well, Prison Hill is mixed, yeah. And you
So-
picked a close map, Molten Fortress. I mean, Molten Fortress is mixed-ish as well, I guess.
Sort of.
Is it just like the devil you know? Like, Mod 4 is a fun map, so is there a reason why you picked it?
Well, that and also we like to play in closed maps. It's not full closed, but it's mixed map, so we can also use our cavalry as well.
Yeah.
I mean, do you generally
is
like
why.
mixed maps more, or is it just that you are playing versus Castellans and maybe you think that's a good pick against them?
I think they're not that good in that map, and as far as I know, they're good in open maps because in some scrims we were really struggling against them. They
I
really
mean,
played really good.
I mean, if you
That is
look
why
at
I
what they
picked
picked though, they picked
that map.
Valorant, which isn't exactly an open map.
Yeah, that surprised me. Like I don't know why they picked Valorant. I was expecting them to pick open map.
Can you give like an example of what you thought they would pick, like aside from, well, the banned maps?
Well,
The bad maps.
let me see the map pool. Well, I'm gonna say open map, but doesn't matter which map. Like
Alright, you just think
full
they're
open.
They're
generally
cavalry.
good on
I will
open
say
maps?
I
Their
will
cavalry
say
really
they will
good.
pick full open map.
Yeah, I mean
Alright.
they have really good cavalry, so it wouldn't be surprised if they did pick an open map. I'm surprised they picked
Yeah.
like who are their
Yeah.
infantry? Are they really confident in
They
their
have
infantry?
good infanteries as well. Arnie and
They do have
Anchor
Arnie,
playing
yeah.
infantry as
Sebe.
well.
Yeah.
Sebe
Sebe,
is
yeah.
good, man.
Seb is also good.
Sebe, Arnie, and Anchor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good infantry, man.
That's
That's
a
good.
pretty good infantry team, yeah.
Maybe that's why they picked Valorant. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
perhaps they feel more confident now because of that infantry roster. So I wanted to ask about the banned maps. Like, did you ban it, like, just because they're new maps, or really because
No.
they're open maps?
No, I imagined some situations in my mind, and I said, okay, maybe we will struggle against in these stations against Haranis or Vagirs in 3 archers tactic. For example, Prison Hill we played against Irish Rebels and they beat us 3-0. Because
Wow.
if you ask me, it's like spawns are unbalanced, so
That's
yeah,
true.
that's why. That is why I banned those maps.
Alright.
They're also generally unknown. Like Prison Hill, I played that map one time, and that was the official match.
Yeah, it's a weird map.
It's a strange map, yeah. Like I don't know what to
I
make of
mean,
it.
sounds like you prepared very well for that match, great.
Hey, I think we won.
Yep.
Alright, well then, I wanted to ask, like, why do you think Castellans banned those particular maps? Like, Frosty Battle Ruins Rebuild is more like mixed / open maps. Why would they have banned that, you think?
Well, it can be because of maybe they play bad on those maps. Maybe they see us playing good on those maps. I don't know.
Alright, but I mean, you don't really feel like they're necessarily like scared of
I wouldn't pick
particular
those
players on
maps.
your team?
What?
Like, do you think they might perhaps be scared for like particular players on your team that have
They're scared of
shown
relax,
a
man.
lot of prowess on those maps?
I would be too.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
It's a bit strange
But
that these maps are banned. Actually, like you would
Yeah.
see them getting
well,
picked.
I wouldn't pick them, and I was expecting them to ban 2 closed maps.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, they
Instead,
picked one. Like that's maybe
yeah,
they're just like trying to like screw with your mind.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Just OGL things.
I don't know
Oh
if
god.
that's gonna win you a match, but it sure screws around with you.
It's always interesting to see the banned maps because like Kurgid, Settlement, Desolation Valley, Amir Village, Prison Hill, all these maps, I don't see anyone picking them because they are new. Like they're not played much. Like you could
No
always
one
see
likes
like
them, dude.
yeah, that's the thing. Like not that many people like these maps, and why would you waste a ban on?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a good question as well. I think that was our logic.
Yeah, I mean
Why'd you
yeah,
waste a ban on a map that no one's gonna pick ever?
yeah.
Yeah. So, if you look at the Castellans roster, like, is there like one or two specific players you want to look out for, or perhaps like just a general class they play very well around?
Well, I wouldn't say I will look out for this player, but their team play between infantry and cavalry is good, so we should be careful about that.
Alright, so
Other
like,
than that, they have good players, so yeah.
I mean, you did play them in last week, didn't you?
Yes.
And you won 10-5.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit they were disappointed by the score, but I mean, 10-5 is quite convincing.
Yeah, I will be disappointed when we don't win 12-0, but Castellans is a team that you should never underestimate.
alright. Then looking like, this is annoying because now the factions are probably not correct. But
I have Mountain Fortress, Rodox, Nords.
Let me check.
Wrong.
That's
It-
right.
that's
That's
right.
right, yeah,
alright,
that's
alright.
right.
Let's
Okay,
let's
so
start with that
50-50
one then.
chance.
It's wrong
I
on
did
the
alright.
first then.
So what do you think about
Wait,
like Rodox first North?
it's not right, man.
Damn it.
Oh, hang on.
It
Was
should
I
be
looking at
Vegas
the...
Silence in Mountain Fortress.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
man.
The
sorry,
admin,
yeah.
the admin was on my team for like a little second there, so that's what comes to
Oh,
me.
because you said let's move on, so I'd moved on to the Aqualitus.
Oh,
Actually.
Oh,
Well,
right, they
They're
also
playing
picked
Mountain Fortress as
That's-
well.
I mean,
Well-
talking about misleading information, perhaps that might have misled you a little bit.
This is the Road to Master stream, everyone. We have this properly prepared and everything.
Well, I was like, did I really pick those maps for last 5 minutes?
What was I thinking?
Alright, well, in that case, anyways, like, Vegas for Serenades on Mountain Fortress, what do you think? Like, balance-wise, between the
Will
factions?
be archer fights.
Alright,
And when we have the chance in fight in closed areas, it will be based on infantry fight though. For
Alright.
example, in front the flag spawn in front of the bridge.
yeah, but mainly, archers are gonna have a big influence, you think? Because I think that's
Yes,
interesting,
yes.
right? Because you see that back, like, Bliv also said the same about, Vegas for Serenades on Reverend Village.
Yeah, because
So-
they're the best archer factions, first Vegas and then second Silence.
Yeah.
That is why.
And then, as for Lauren, Rodox vs Nords, I mean, those are pretty standard faction, like
It's
standard
like the close
infantry
map.
factions for close maps, right? I don't know how much you can say
Yeah.
about it, but
Well, Nords will have the advantage, but I think, in my opinion, Rodox is the only faction that you can stand against Nords in closed maps.
yeah, I would definitely say so as well, because they are the only faction that actually has is capable of surviving in a somewhat
Shields.
lasting infantry fight
Yeah.
as well.
They're
Yes.
the best shield skills.
Yeah.
With crap armor though.
Yeah, but it
I
looks so
mean-
cool.
No, it doesn't.
Well, at the beginning, actually, they have good armors.
Yeah, like the first
Yeah,
round,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the 300.
Yeah, but then you can
dinar
never
one.
upgrade.
Yeah.
You can never upgrade it.
1700 for
Yeah.
the next one. It's kind of
Yeah.
steep.
I
Yes, you
mean,
can
at
upgrade
best
your
you can
helmet.
upgrade your helmet into a
Yeah.
bucket, you know,
Yeah, the bucket helps
pretty much that.
against javelins thrown from Nords.
But overall, Rayden, you think your team should win this match like quite easily, or do you think it could be a close one?
Well, I expect us to win easily, but who knows, maybe.
All right. And I mean, I haven't asked Bliv yet, like your match. Apis Europe
Well-
versus Irish Rebels. What do you think is gonna be like the result of
12.
that? Like, okay, that's pretty specific. Not gonna lie.
Yes.
Sounds like you're confident in that case.
Yeah, it's fine.
Need
All right.
confidence, man. Let's switch to the other two matches this week.
Yeah, let's move on to Equalitas versus Polish Eagles. Now, this is gonna be a little bit interesting, I'd say, because we
just
don't
need to
really
assume.
have any players from either of these teams here right now, but I'd still like to just check up on the opinions of both Ublev and Rayden, of course.
We can role play us then.
Roleplay it, sure. All right. Which team do you want to
Yeah,
roleplay?
I will take one team as my player,
I
as
will-
my team,
I will be Polish Eagles.
All right.
Perfect.
and then I'll be the other team.
Qualitas.
You will be Equalitas then in that case. All right. So Rayden, you picked
Qualitas.
Castellum.
Yeah, he's not rated.
You need to give me the screen though first. Like, I don't know what
Oh,
they
okay,
picked and
okay,
banned.
You can just watch the screen, the stream. You'll sit there. Instant, no
Yeah, just
lag
watch
at all.
the screen. You'll see everything.
Let me refresh the page then.
Oh yeah, you have some issues with that. But you banned Sandy Bush and Crooked Settlement.
Yes.
Did
So-
we ban Sandy Bush?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. We have good infantries.
Yeah, they have
Like,
pretty
I
good
don't know,
infantry.
Mote. I don't know
Uh,
about the others.
Gaius plays infantry a lot. At
Gaius
least.
plays cavalry, as far as I know.
sometimes. Yeah, he plays infantry too sometimes.
And they have good archers.
Yeah,
Unicorn,
would-
Rainbow.
I would say
Yeah.
the archers and cav are the strength here.
Zulu is actually good infantry player.
Yeah, he's
Ice cavalry, Tali cavalry.
I'd say he's a good
what I
infantry
think
player.
cavalry.
Although I do also think he's somewhat inexperienced, perhaps.
What is it?
Like Zulu is perhaps also a somewhat inexperienced player, but that's just my opinion. Like he is good though. But like,
yeah.
if you like, do you perhaps think the reason that you banned Sandy Bush, so to speak, is because Polish Eagles also has like strong infantry? Because as far as I know, Polish Eagles have strong infantries and very good teamwork between those infantries as well.
Well, I am getting some little help from Akeritas guys from Steam. We don't like Sandy Bush, that's why we banned it.
which you obviously knew. I'm also getting information here. Inf, Hobby, Gaius, maybe they say something. He does play it sometimes. Archers, Unicorn, Rainbow, Disturbed, Richter, and Gaius maybe and Tally as Cav. And that's not a bad team at all.
I think Tali plays infantry in closet and plays cavalry in open maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a dual class kind of guy.
Yes, and Kergin Settlement is the like even worse map. That's why we banned it.
Yeah,
I mean-
I don't think Kurgan settlement should be a thing anymore.
Yeah, I believe in like 3 out of 4 matches that are coming up, Kurgit Settlement is banned by at least one of the teams.
Yeah.
Or well, yeah, either of the teams. Yeah.
Pretty much like once, almost every team banned it, like in one of the matches. So.
Yeah. Alright, then moving on to Polish Eagles. So Bliv, you're the expert here. Or
Yeah,
at
that's
least
me.
we're gonna pretend you are for a moment. You picked Mountain Fortress.
Yeah.
And you banned Amir Village and Ruins Rebuilt. Let's look at the bans first. You banned Amir Village and Ruins Rebuilt. Why do you think that is?
Because they're actually not very nice maps, I think.
Alright. And do you think that, like, from the perspective of Polish Eagles, or is that just your personal opinion?
That's probably both me and Polish Eagles, in this case Black Hawk, which I'm role-playing as. I think... I don't think they thought it over as much as to not ban them, because no one's gonna pick them. I don't think they thought that far.
Well,
But,
maybe they just don't want to play against the clan on those maps.
no, I think they don't want to play the maps.
Yeah, I think it might be more like we don't like these maps. We don't want to play these maps, so we're just gonna ban them outright.
I just want to say that Ruins and Ruins Rebuilt were in the map list, and they actually banned Ruins.
Did they not ban Ruins Rebuilt?
Yeah, they banned rebuild.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what
Well,
it said.
I've got the wrong information in the table then.
Who knows at this point though? I might have the wrong information. But
Okay,
yeah,
well, I'm not going to bother to check you through the thread. So
this is fact
maybe I'll
now.
put
This is
yeah.
law.
Let's
Okay.
assume this is correct. I mean, generally
I'm looking
people
at the
don't
Steam
really
console.
like playing on Ruins, but I don't see why a clan would ban the map.
I mean,
to be
the
honest.
Ruins also has a bug flag, or is that fixed? I
We talked
always
about that
forget.
earlier.
Yeah. The Ruins one is it was moved by Ozan, you said. But I don't know if that fixed the problem or not.
Alright, but I banned Ruins Rebuilt. I'm 100% sure because I'm looking at the Steam conversation, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been told by Erminas that I was wrong
Who
about
made
that.
the Dreams rebuild, by the way?
Erminas, I think.
Erminas, I think.
Nas.
It's
doesn't
an
look like
interesting map, but it doesn't
it
look
doesn't
like
look like
ruins.
ruins.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
It
It
doesn't
does.
at all.
It kind of resembles it if you look from really far away, like
Yeah.
it's big. But when you play on it, it's just what?
And how does this make sense, like history-wise? Like, how old is ruins?
Oh yeah, it gotta be real old. Gotta
I
be
mean,
rated
also-
hard.
10,000 years old when ruins starts. Like,
You know, like ruins rebuilt as well. I don't know what kind of, like, what that
who
means.
would rebuild that map? It's terrible.
I got it. Just
Well,
this
it
herb.
was.
Now you
yeah.
go on, Rayden. Go on.
If it was 10,000 years, then we will see another version of the game. You know, another version of this game.
Maybe it's Bannerlord.
Ruins rebuilt in
Maybe.
Bannerlord.
Oh damn. This is like Sombra level of question here.
All right. I
So-
quickly wanna go to Rayden here. So, if you're a Qualitas and you look at the Polish Eagles roster, what do you think are possible threats to your team?
Prince.
All right. Yeah, I hear that one quite often. Like he's
Yeah.
been doing some real work for them in their matches, I believe. So.
Yeah, he's sick archer. And I would say Fironian. He was really doing good in scrims.
Yeah, he's good.
All right. So, just those players alone, like, what do you think of the rest of the Polish Eagles roster? Do you really think they rely on Farunian and Prince to really like carry them to a victory against the Qualitas, or do you not think that's necessarily what they need?
Well, yeah, maybe, but if I were Akelitas, then I will say we are just not afraid of them because it will be easy.
Okay,
It
that
won't.
sounds very much like what you said for your own match as well.
What about Polish Eagles? What do Polish Eagles think about Aquilitas?
Yeah, no, it won't be easy for him. I'm gonna wreck him.
We're gonna wreck you so hard. dude.
No, no way. That's
Beautiful.
not gonna happen. We're gonna have blasting you in the head.
Yeah, I mean, Polish Eagles have a good roster. Like,
I know, right?
I would just based on the based only on the roster, I would give it to Polish Eagles. Like,
Yeah, same.
Broomstick plays for them now too as well. Like, good archer there.
He hasn't played though, has he? I haven't seen him.
He's
Then you
played,
think
but
so
not in the
wrong,
last one.
Reed.
Hey, we'll see. The match is being streamed Sunday, so
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're streaming it. No worries.
Good.
also streaming
You-
Polish Eagles tomorrow actually.
You
because
can catch
Saracens.
all the action of your own team, guys.
Wait, what?
Like-
Tomorrow?
Yeah, in the Polish league.
Oh,
They're streaming
Alright.
tomorrow. I was asked to stream that, so I'll do that.
cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
I would just give it to Polish Eagles. Though. I don't know. I believe in Polish Eagles. Yeah.
That's right.
Great, you're outnumbered though.
We will
Because
see.
Yeah.
I believe both Bliv and Rayden are kind of biased towards Equalitas for this match.
No.
I mean, Bliv wouldn't be because he's Polish Eagles.
Yeah.
He's role playing.
No, I root for Polish Eagles. I think they're gonna win.
Okay. Well, never mind that then.
Alright.
Alright.
Polish Eagles.
Alright. So one walking fearless. Who wants to be fearless?
You choose, Rayden. I chose first.
I mean,
last
you're
time.
giving them a
Oh.
choice now, Greed. That's not very much like you, you know. You usually tell them like.
They're the guests. They get to pick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Rayden.
I pick Womboki then.
I
Because
know
I don't know about Fearless.
Yeah, me neither. Goddamn. Actually, I do know. All right, go.
Alright. So.
All right.
Emir Village again banned and Nordtown. Why?
Wait, who banned that? Did I ban that?
Vonoki banned that. So
Go
Rayden
Rayden.
did.
I banned that map because I don't know how to lead in that map.
Perfect. That's a statement right there. And you picked Silk Road, the only
Yes,
new-ish
like-
map on this entire thing. What made you pick Silk Road?
Why would I pick that map if I have such roster with? Wait, actually, they're gonna play Vegirs and Saranins in Silk Road or what?
Yeah. I think.
Don't ask me. I clearly don't know.
You know, it
Uh,
says Rodogs and North.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Vegas
I-
for Saren. We just.
And why did
switched
I pick
everything
that map?
around.
That's a good
No,
question.
no.
I mean, you
it's
played
Ve-
against.
It's Vega and Siren.
Yeah, it's Vegas Serenade, so
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, maybe yeah. Okay, then I pick that map. Because I
It's-
have good archers such as Keanu, RD and Matafix. We will have good crossfire.
Like, do you think there was perhaps a map left in the pool that would have been more suitable to this team, you think?
Yeah,
I think almost any, really. Like, so maybe they'd go for like Fearless hasn't played this map much, and like, based on the matches, like One Walker won 12-0 against East and Elites, and DOF almost beat Fearless on that map. So
Yeah.
maybe they were going more for that. Like they're not good
Yeah.
on this map, so we're gonna pick it kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe it's based on that. Alright, so if we look from Fearless perspective, they picked Sandy Bush, and they banned Castellum and Kirkit Settlement. What do you think, Bliv? Why did you
well,
ban this?
the Sandy Bush is quite simple actually, because we're gonna play only one archer on Sandy Bush, and that archer is gonna be Vendetto.
Yeah.
The rest of
makes
it's
sense.
just gonna be.
Oh yeah, they
infantry.
got him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have Vendetto.
That's a really good pickup on them.
Yeah. So that's kind of the strat going in there. I don't know who I am. Who am I? Who's the leader of Fearless?
Garda.
I'm Guardian.
maybe
Alright, and
Boxer also.
what do you think about, like, you're picking a closed map, so that means that you're confident in your infantries, I may
Definitely.
hope. So how do you think they match up against the one-walkie infantries? Because if I look at the one-walkie infantries, they're really not too shabby.
I'm looking at our roster right now, and I'm gonna tell you. Oh, we have Maximu. We have Nox. We have Nox, dude.
Yeah, but Nox never plays though. Like he's one of these people like, oh, I really want him on my roster, but I know he's never actually gonna play though. Like it's
Oh, yeah,
he's been
play a lot.
in every tournament for the last like 3 years, and I don't think he's played in a single one.
Trying to grab a free trophy.
Yeah, that's Nox.
He has played in this one though, because his name is bolded. That means he's been capped.
Oh.
So he must have played in
He
one
must have played at
match.
least one match then.
Well, at least
Alright,
one
so there you
round.
go. He has played.
Okay, that's fine then. That's
He's
that's
gonna
good.
dumpster everyone.
He's one of the best infantry there are. So like yeah, that's good. With him and Bandetto, like they could pick up a good fight there.
I mean, yeah, definitely. They have, I don't know, they have a lot of like players I've seen before, but I don't really know how they perform. And I don't know how they perform in this team either.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Doesn't
it's
always
kind of handy to know those kind of things about your own team, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'm Garde. Forgot about that.
But I mean, other than that, like, do you think playing against one walking on Silk Road, you almost lost against DOF on that map?
Yeah, almost.
How
We-
afraid
we
are
made it
you,
look-
like, compared to
would-
the other maps they could have picked, for that matter?
Should really practice that.
wait.
Map.
What's the question?
So, like, how confident do you think Fearless are going into this match? Like, especially considering the map they're playing, like Silk Road against one walking.
I think Fearless are confident, but I don't know, like, realistically, how they ever going to be one Wookiee.
Alright.
Yeah, I think One Walkie's got the edge on this one.
Definitely. Yeah, I think one Wookiee is just a better team overall. Like, no disrespect to Fearless or anything, but I just think one Wookiee is better. I've seen better stuff out of them. I've never seen Fearless, I think.
Yeah, because, like, if you look at them in the table, like, Fearless is 5th with 101 overall points, and then one Wookiee is 4th with 103 overall points. So they're really only 2 points apart in the, like, table-wise.
Yeah,
you know?
but didn't we establish earlier that could have gone either way anyway?
Yeah, it could have.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But I mean, like, it could kind of give the impression that this could be a close match, but the way that,
I think it
like, we're talking
maybe,
about
dude.
it right now as if it's not gonna be like that.
No,
pretty much.
I think it could be like some close rounds. Maybe Fearless can grab like a handful of rounds. I don't know, but I definitely give the edge to one Wookiee. I just think they're a better team and they got better players.
Alright, that's clear, thank you. And then as for Rayden, like, what do you think if you measure your team of one Wookiee against Fearless? How are you gonna do?
I think Womwoki will win this match, but it will be close match, I guess.
Alright, so
Since Fearless has good archers like Kane, Benedetto, Smiley, Aeronwen,
Smiley
they
is
have really
off the
good archers.
roster. He was asked to be taken off the roster, but I doubt he will play for them.
Who?
Sorry, what is that?
Smiley.
Smiley?
He was asked to be taken off the roster, wasn't he? So
Yeah,
I-
I think he's left them. But once you've been capped, you can't leave
Yeah.
the tournament roster.
he's just
But
gonna-
he's no longer playing with them, I think.
yeah.
Too bad for us though.
Yeah. All right. So we've kind of gone over all the maps now. Like, let's see who's actually gonna win this. Like, going back to your actual matches as
Yeah.
yourself. AEER. What do you guys think? Bliv, I know yours already. Rayden, what do you think?
I think we will beat them.
No,
talking
we're
about
talking
AE
about
AE
Amish
versus
roleplay
IR.
versus IR here. So
Ah, yeah, okay.
unless you're role playing again, you might
As
want to
IR
rethink
Travis
that.
this time.
Yeah, for a second, I thought I was Bliv.
Oh, we should be so lucky.
So he was role playing. I see.
Shave your head right now.
Well, I think this time match will be closer than the last one, but still A will get this.
Yes.
I think so as well, actually. What do you think, Aeronwen?
Oh, sorry, what?
Do you think AE or IR will win?
Yeah, no, I'm very interested in this because I was surprised that IR picked the closed map. And actually I was surprised that they didn't do better on Silk Road last week. So I don't know. I imagine AE will win. I mean, AE always do that thing where they go into a tournament and they lose the first match. And although they didn't do that this time, their first match wasn't a real one.
I'm pretty sure
But their
we
first
never
real
lost
match
our
they
first
lost, and then they
match
warm
ever.
up. Yeah, so I think AE will win, but I'm very interested to see how Sandy Bush goes.
You said that before, Aeronwen, that we always lose our first match. I'm not sure that ever happened.
You do.
Like
Go.
our first
But
match.
Whoa.
in this tournament, your first match was Hitmen, who picked you because they wanted to play AE, but it wasn't really gonna be.
It wasn't actually a match. It was.
We never
Well-
lost our first match ever.
I don't think they lost the first match.
We
but
always
they,
lose in the group stage.
Yeah, they
That's-
lose a match at
always
some
lost
point.
in the
Yeah,
group
I
stage,
think
but
that-
never our
First match of a tournament,
We had 2
AE
matches.
walk-in.
I mean, do you have any like confirmation on that, or
I'm
is that just
100%
what you
sure.
think happened?
You can lie.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
think
Don't back down.
I
No,
haven't
keep
I
fighting.
haven't checked it, but it's definitely an item of faith with
Yeah,
me.
but-
First match of a tournament, AE just can't be bothered.
No. We never lost the first match ever. It's in the middle of the tournament.
Oh, okay. What you do you go to sleep at some point in the middle?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think that everyone's very confident in the skill of AE's players for first matches of the tournament or something.
It's not their skill, but
No, but it's just.
I
not
think
correct.
they take time to warm up to a tournament.
It's-
Yeah.
All right, so you would say that
I think they're warmed
if
up now.
tournaments are longer, they'll usually perform better as time goes on.
Oh,
Do
I
you
don't
think-
know about that. No, I don't. I just say that it's like they don't prepare. So they know a tournament's coming up. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm in the class.
Just
Well, I mean,
completely
you're the one
180.
speculating this here, alright?
But my totally random speculation is that when a tournament's coming up, it's not until they play their first match that they start thinking, "Oh yeah, we got tournament now."
Alright,
It's
alright.
basically their first loss. That's when they start thinking, "Oh crap, guys, we lost. Like, we can't lose." But I don't think it's the first match ever.
Okay, well, I could be
It's
wrong
never
about
been
that.
ever.
I don't. Yeah.
Never ever.
I'm sure Bliv knows better than me.
Yes, thank you. I'm in the class.
A founding member even.
Yeah, I know these things. No, truth is, we never lost any first match ever, nor second, I think, or third. I think it's usually in the middle of the group stage we drop one for some reason.
Okay, I can spend my weekend checking that.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Tournaments.
Go ahead. It's a good theory, though.
Yeah, you see, sport it now. I really enjoyed that theory.
Living inside your bubble.
You were so confident in the beginning too, and then just completely 180. Like, oh wait, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, as I say, I do think Bliv has the expertise in this matter.
I
Thank you.
hope so.
Yeah, so do I.
All right, so random force against Castellans. Rayden.
Let's start with Bliv, because last time we started with Rayden, right? For AE versus IR.
All right.
So what do you think, Bliv? Random
Think-
Forest versus Castellans. Who's got this?
I think Blivandefar is gonna win definitely. I kind of hope Castellan will win, but I think
Leave the
Ran-
team speak, believe.
Well, I don't want to fight you down in the finals. Anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be like maybe like the last one, 10-5, maybe a bit closer. I don't know. Castellan fancy on close mats. They got good inf. I'm not 100% on random force inf. You got good inf, don't you, Rayden?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is your
I
main
guess.
infantry players?
like Pendragon. Who else?
Yeah, we have 5 infantries.
You
Thor,
have Bruce.
Brian, Bruce,
Brian Thor. Oh
Achto,
yeah, I just forgot about all those.
Achto and
Yeah,
Pendragon.
these are
Oh
good
my
infantry
God.
players. Yeah,
Like
I would
that's a really good roster actually.
Oh my
I would
God,
put
dude.
those against the Castellan infantry right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean they have Arnie, but Arnie's one person. Like, put two of
Yeah,
these against
Arnie
Arnie, and like
Anchor-
Arnie will still die.
Arnie Anchor and what's his face? Sebe, aka Eder or
Super
whatever he wants
Lily.
to be called. Yeah,
Oh, what the fuck?
he's in
He was
IR.
playing. Yeah.
He's in IR.
Yeah, it's all now.
Yeah, no, I think it could be a good match, some good infantry fights. Early one. Why don't you stream that one? It's a good match.
They're all good matches, but I mean they lost 10-5. So I thought like, alright.
Yeah, but alright.
But they
AQ
were
FPE. I
open
mean,
maps.
have they decided what time their match will be? I mean, I could
Just play on a different time, Raiden. Fuck.
Yeah, why can't people just play on Saturdays too, so I can stream
No, that's
all
what
the
Lust
matches?
thinks. Lust does that every time. He says that every time.
Yeah, it's a terrible day. We never
That's
play
what
matches
happens
on
to you when you
Saturdays.
become a
Man,
streamer.
Yeah,
We
just
have
expect
such
everyone to follow
players
my plan.
like we cannot play on Saturday
No,
usually
nobody can.
because
nobody
no,
can.
in our team it's different. We have a lot of Turks and they like to watch football matches,
Yeah.
and me too. So we sometimes watch football matches on Saturday, so we cannot play. Actually, it's happening on Sunday as well, but like, you know,
You have to play.
yes, we have to play.
You should give them a default, man, and go watch football.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, who's playing this weekend? I mean, it's important stuff. Yeah, we just get drunk on Saturdays usually. Like, nobody can really play Saturdays. I think we played maybe 10 matches or something in 5 years on Saturdays. Like, it's terrible. It's a bad day.
And Friday, we cannot play on Fridays because Europeans usually are out.
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
out Friday.
We
Friday
go
is the
out
worst
Thursdays.
day.
I mean, Friday is a somewhat more like common day though to play on
Yeah,
than
there are
Saturdays.
sometimes. Yeah.
But usually, like Fridays and Saturdays, people have like a lot of people have work and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
dude.
Let's see. So, Bliv, you think RF will win, but you hope for Castellans.
No, yeah, well, that's only because I'd rather fight them than I fight Random Force.
Yeah, that
But-
makes sense.
But in the end, I think, yeah, Random Force is gonna win, like maybe 10-5 on some similar to what it's already been.
all right.
Could
Aeronwen,
be better
So-
though.
what do you think?
What do you think, Aeronwen?
Oh, well, I think it's likely that Randall Force will win, but I think this week it will be a lot closer.
Any basis for that?
Well, last week, just before the match, there was an incident where one of the Castellan players was banned. And Ojo was really furious, which is fair enough, any of us would have been. And I don't know, some people get cross, it makes them play better, some people get cross, it makes them play worse. But I do feel that having an incident just before a match can affect the team. So I kind of think it may have had an effect. Of course,
Right.
may have made them play better, but
Someone got banned.
pole banned on the server.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That was some funny stuff.
Yeah, well, it was an unfortunate series of events, really, but yeah, it's not what you want just before what you know is going to be an important and tricky match. So yeah, I think hopefully everything will be a lot smoother this week. And of course they've picked a map, so hopefully they've picked something that they're very comfortable on. So yeah, I think another few rounds for Castellan this week.
Raven,
Yep.
do you agree?
Well, I think just purely based on like skill and tactics, I just kind of have to choose Random Force over Castellans. I mean, Castellans definitely have a very good roster as well, in my opinion. I just think that if you look at their like additions with Arnie and well, basically players from
Soda
that
as
kind
well,
of
right?
caliber, you know, they have
Soda
been
joined them
on
too,
the.
so
Sorry, what did you say?
Soda Mercy joined Castellans as well for the tournament.
Oh yeah.
All right, but
well, fine.
I mean, that's usually how I talk to you, you know.
Yeah.
But like basically, I think that those additions, like, they just haven't been on the team for very long yet. And I know that Random Force was like formed in like 5 minutes, as Rayden said. But I do think like the players on your roster are definitely players you've played a lot with before. So I think like team comfort wise, I would also have to favor Random Force, which is what I think will make a pretty big difference between the two teams. Because I think, especially in these matches where the skill level between like players from both teams is somewhat closer, like team play and coordination will make a lot of difference in the end result. So yeah, that's what I think. What do you think, Reed? I mean,
I think
ask me, but
Random Force is gonna take it. Like, while Castellans have good players, I think Random Force has better players. And Random Force is undefeated so far. Like, I don't see how they can. I don't see how they can screw it up. Basically,
I
I
mean,
just don't see it. Like, these are two maps I
Well,
know, like
we are
Mountain and
really good
Fortress.
at throwing, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Raiden, do you kind of like feel that you're on a roll, like you're just winning match after match, you haven't lost anything yet? Do you think that that really improves the morale in your team, or do you not really care at all?
Well, actually, I'm gonna say something different. Like, I'm gonna tell you something different. Like, whenever I win some tournament, I lost in the middle of those tournaments, at least one match. And when I don't lose, I lose in finals, where you can't fix.
Oh yeah. That's a relieved sigh from Bliv.
And now,
Yeah.
if we're gonna lose, then there is no fixing it. So we shouldn't lose.
Perfect.
All right,
Skipping
I
on.
think we're
AQP.
ready to move on to the next match then. So that's Equalitas versus Polish Eagles. Let's start with Aeronwen this time. Like Aeronwen, what do you think?
Oh, no, I don't know. It's too hard. I think I want Polish Eagles to win this one. And they definitely can, but I don't know if they will.
I mean, I kind of know I'm putting you on the spot here, right? Because it's not like you're necessarily a professional player on the scene. But
Unlike the
like,
rest of us professionals here.
Reed, you're one to talk, Reed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'll watch a
But
few
like,
matches.
you say Polish Eagles has the potential to take it, but does that mean that you think overall Equalitas has the advantage, or is that just based on like the opinions you heard from us before about this matchup?
I honestly don't know. I think the trouble there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of different things that go into who wins a match, and some sometimes frequently even the team you don't think, the team maybe you don't think has got the stronger players, sometimes they just get this better team play on the day or something and they win. So but I think they're fairly evenly matched. I wouldn't have said one was clearly much better than the other.
All right, all right.
They've both got some quite good players. Polish Eagles have some, I think, great players. So,
The only issue Polish Eagles have, I think, is the communication. They mix between Polish and English, depending on the commands. It might be a little bit tricky for them, but
I think it also
they
kind of
played a
depends on who
lot.
plays with them, because I asked Black Hulk about that, and like basically he says overall it's in English, but it's also in Polish sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think that's just based on who plays as well.
Yeah,
Like just
most
the
of them are
players in
Polish.
general.
I mean, the only
Yeah.
non-Polish people there are like Furunian, Donut, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, Farunian's mostly going to be playing for them, at least you would expect. So
Yeah, Furunian is
I
one of their
think
main
it's
card.
likely
Like,
they'll be doing the commanding in English. No?
I think Furion kind of needs to play. Like, he's aggressive, yeah, but he does get results.
Alright, so Bliv, what do you think? This matchup?
I think P is gonna win quite handily.
Oh, alright. So do
He's
you
PE
base
though,
that
so.
on like how they've been performing lately compared to how Equalitas has been performing, or like what do you base it on?
I haven't seen Qualitas perform at all. I haven't seen them play or anything. We played against PE and they look solid, man. They look
Alright,
good. Yeah, good as archers and stuff.
alright. And Rayden, what do you think?
Well, I believe I've never played against Akelitas, and I've played many scrims against Polish Eagles. I can say Polish Eagles is a good team, and like I was expecting TQ to win against Akelitas, and Akelitas surprised me. So I have no clue about who will win this match.
Alright, so
But I will say in Castellum, Polish Eagles, Mountain Fortress, Akelitas.
okay.
I could see that, yeah. What do you think, Raven?
Um well, I think as was mentioned before, like well, I mean everyone except Bliv so far. I think it's gonna be a close match. Like just because I don't know, I haven't seen these teams match up against each other that much, and I just feel like the way they like to play is somewhat similar in a sense. Like both teams have some good archers, some good infantry players. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a close one as well. At least that's what I hope it will be. And well, I mean it's obviously also the reason we're gonna be streaming it, right, Greed?
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. Like, this should be the most close match this tournament, or this week, I mean. That's why we picked it. And also, Aquilitas hasn't been streamed, and I like Polish Eagles. Not biased at all, but Polish Eagles always have good matches, in my opinion. Every time we stream them, at least, they have good matches. I think Polish Eagles is still gonna win, though. I think they just have better, like, match player versus player again, and I think Polish Eagle will win, but
No,
it's hard to say.
I actually think if you match player versus player, Equalitas might have somewhat of an advantage, but if you measure teamwork versus teamwork on both teams, I think Polish Eagles has an edge there. But that's just my opinion.
We'll have to see Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be casting it with you.
Oh yeah. So let's see. One Wookiee versus
Okay.
Fearless. Let's start with Bliv.
Me again? Alright. Well, I think one Wookiee is gonna win. It might be close though, actually. Considering Fearless got a lot of hype recently. They must be doing something right.
Yeah, I mean they lost almost lost the 2 matches then.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But,
guess.
but they still have some talent on their team. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they won something, some like Warbound Weekend Cup or something. They're really proud of.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm not sure if they had the same roster then as they have now though.
They have a better roster now. They have Bandetto.
Yeah, so who knows?
I mean, if one Wookiee can get their shit together and play like they should be able to play, they're probably gonna roll on Fearless. But
Yeah.
I feel like Fearless. Yeah, like I said, they got some hype and they must be doing something right, and they have Vendetta. So
Alright, alright. So like, do you think it will just generally be a close match then, or
yeah,
do you
it's
still
probably gonna
stick
be
with one
tight.
Wookiee?
Maybe 10-5 to one Wookiee.
Alright, alright. Well, I mean, that's pretty decisively still, though. I mean,
9-5 then.
alright.
Still pretty decisive. Can you just throw one more round to them?
Yeah.
I think it should be. I think
Greed's
one
just
Wookiee is gonna
fishing.
make it. Yeah, I need to fish a little. I think one Wookiee is gonna take it, but Fearless, they have a good chance. I think if one Wookiee plays the way they, as he said as well, like if they just play the game, I think
I
they
mean,
shouldn't
I
resist
think
much.
also historically, one Wookiee's been getting more consistent results than Fearless have. So that's also something that comes into play there, I think.
Was there some
Because
drama lately in one Wookiee? I think did someone leave or get kicked or something?
Oh man,
I don't know about that.
that been a weird thing, Matt. is when I watched back your VOD, right, on our match, and I saw Sigis, or however you say his name, in the VOD chat, the chat replay, was ranting about old and new One Wookiee, and I didn't understand anything. The current One Wookiee is not good, but the new one is good. What? What does that mean? I don't understand what it means, but there's something going on in One Wookiee anyway. I hope they do good, man. I'm rooting for them.
They're an old clan. Like they don't have that many members. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 11 people are on the roster right now.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Like they can't afford to miss a lot of people. But these people are solid players for sure. Like,
They always turn up, man.
yeah. Sundays are usually like doesn't matter what you have, you always show up. But
Yeah.
what do you think, Rayden?
Well, yeah, Fearless will have a good chance against Womboki, and if Maximu doesn't headshot his own mates, then they will even have better chance against Womboki. But eventually, I think Womboki will win this match.
All right.
Erwin, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm also kind of interested in the map picks here. Two very different map picks, and I would have put them the other way around. You know, if you asked me who picked which map there, I would have thought One Wookiee picked Sandy Bush and Phyllis picked Silk Road, which it was the other way around. So, yeah, I was a bit surprised. I think One Wookiee might take it, but I think it's probably going to be quite close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally all you've got
that's
to say
like
about that
I
group.
was just thinking like Fearless on Silk Road. If I didn't see the screenshots from that match, but I
But
think
you did.
DOF kind of crushed them on that map, didn't they?
I mean, it's kind of hard to measure whether that was DOF playing very good or Fearless playing very bad, or a combination of the both though, because you can't really like just say that based on screenshots, you know.
Apparently they lost 6-1.
On that map.
Fearless won 6-1 against them on that map, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, then I can understand why they should pick Silk Road. Why did one Wookiee pick Silk Road then?
I don't know, because that's like the only reason I could really think about for them to pick it, right?
Yeah.
Plays kind of to the strength, I think.
Yeah, I guess
Sick,
it does.
sick archers.
Yeah, the archery
I
would
mean-
definitely help, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just because of the fact that it's a new map. I don't know, but I think any other map which kind of has the same sort of structure would have sufficed as well. But
It might just be like I think it's gonna end up Archer versus Archer on this fight. Like I think RD especially. I think RD can counter Vendetto pretty well. Matafix as well can. Like I don't know. Fearless as Kane is. That might be a good match too. But someone else should stream that match. There are more than streamers in this game. I think there are
Is there
somewhere.
really?
Not really. But yeah, Raven. Last thought on Wanoki Fearless.
well, I actually think it could be a close one. Because if I look at the Fearless roster compared to the One Worker roster, like if you compare it on player versus player basis, again, like skill wise, I think it's just very even. But that's the only thing that I'm basing that off of. I don't really have any like data that I know of on which I can base whether they have good teamwork or not, which is the main problem when I want to decide which of these teams are going to win it. But I think historically I could say One Wookiee, but when I hear stuff about new and old One Wookiee like being completely different and stuff like that, they might not have the same roster that they used to have before. I don't know.
Maybe they
Like,
picked up some players we did that's not added to the roster yet. They're
maybe,
allowed to
maybe.
do that too. But we'll have to
Yeah.
see.
No, there's no additions to the rosters now.
Not even if
okay.
they haven't played.
Not
But-
even if
but
they
I
haven't
mean,
played,
like-
no roster changes.
I mean, like additions
Oh, okay.
historically though, like rosters they had in past tournaments where they played well, compared to the roster they have now in this tournament. More like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we'll have to see. Last is last. Let's see. It's a bit tricky because some of these matches will be very, very close. But who do you guys expect to see in the finals?
Random Force and A.
Okay.
I think
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't
wait.
think anyone can
Before
really
we jump
fight
to
too much on
conclusions,
that.
though, let's
I
first
mean-
ask the rest.
I mean Aquilitas and A. Yeah, go on.
All right. Well, what about you, Rayden? Who's gonna be in the finals for you?
I would say Womoki against AE, and mm, I'm not sure, but maybe Polish Eagles against us.
Okay. So you have high hopes for Polish Eagles, I see. That's interesting to hear. So,
Yeah.
what about you, Aeronwen? You have any thoughts or maybe favorites that you want to see in the finals?
I want to see Random Force versus AE in the finals, yeah. But we'll see. You know, sometimes it doesn't go as you expect.
All right. What about you, Greed?
I want to see A or RF. Like, I think that's the most even match in this tournament. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
to still play at top tier because
Yeah.
like AQ and PE, like I don't think they're top level clans, but I think they're the most interesting match this week. But IR, I mean AE and RF, that's even and very good high like skill level. So
yeah, definitely. And I mean, like, there's teams that I'd like to see in the finals, but I think realistically, I would always go with AE versus Random Force, just because I think they're just like a step ahead of all of the other clans in this that are left in this tournament at the moment.
yeah, I think so too. I mean, we can't really ask who's gonna win it because like we have AE and we have RF.
I think AE is gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
That's
sounds like
surprising.
that doesn't sound like a biased answer at all.
Nah.
No, sorry.
All right.
That's pretty much it for what we have.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. But
Um,
I want to ask Bliv first. Like, there's gonna be a new tournament like coming up. WPT, yeah, WPT, like WPL, I should say actually, Warman Pro League, $10,000 tournament possibly.
Is that even like concluded if they have $10,000 to spend on
No,
Warzone?
that's why I say possibly. I'm not actually sure if it's.
It's not
concluded.
sure yet.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
dependent on
so,
unknown
like
factors.
I said, possibly they want to go.
They're
for 10,
planning on
10,000.
making a LAN tournament, but I think
Oh, I hope
it's
not.
not gonna work.
That's not.
Yeah, they
yeah,
separate
they're
the money
kinda-
for 5k for LAN tournament, but like I said, I don't think it will work. So they will just give all the money to you know, WPL teams, the
Yep.
winners. I mean.
All right. So as for you, Bliv, do you think A is gonna be signing up for that by
Have
any
we already
chance?
done that?
I'm not. I'm
No.
not sure. Like, you should know, right? Have you signed up for that?
There's not that many
I don't
teams
know,
that
man.
sign up yet. Most of them are like PW clans, regiments.
Isn't the deadline already over for this? When is that? When is that?
I think
end?
it's in like
No,
18th?
the deadline is at the 18th of October. Yes.
Oh, dude, I got no clue, dude. I don't want to touch that tournament, to be honest with you, man.
I'm a little bit sketchy because like there's not a lot of information on about the money.
I don't care about that. It's just if there's money in there, I don't want to have the pressure to play like for $10K, like.
Yeah, especially like you have actually a good chance of winning it too. I mean, there's
Yeah,
gotta
I
be a
don't
lot
wanna-
of pressure for you though.
Yeah, nah, screw that. Let the other kids handle it. In my
So,
clan.
a team, I believe. I think Rayden, you haven't. Have you signed up for WPL yet?
Well, actually, I'm doing that right now. I'm signing up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. With the same roster that you're using for WMT at the moment?
Yeah, since we are not gonna play against Americans, I'm gonna just sign up with the random guys.
Wait, we're not?
Nope.
What about the Americans that sign up?
I think there's
Oh,
a separate,
It will
isn't
be
No,
yeah.
it's
they will
like
separate
this.
the tournament
There's
and
gonna
it will
be
be two tournaments.
Yes.
Yeah.
NA
exactly.
and EU.
So the winner of NA won't fight the winner of EU.
That
Possibly
was
they
the
can.
idea,
It's
right?
basically like this. They're gonna have
That's
two.
where the LAN came in. Right?
They're gonna
Yeah.
have
I think-
like one EU league, one NA league, and then the top 4 of both leagues are gonna advance into a bracket, pretty much like what we have for WMT as well. Like the top 8 advance into a bracket, but there it's like 2 leagues, and then the top 4 of
Well,
both
That's gonna
leagues
get
advance
messy, I
into a
think.
bracket.
As far as I know, 2.5k to winners of EU and NA, and then they will have some like grand final or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then 4 more k to the winner or 2. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's
It's
something
like
what they're
you
working
get
on.
Money
two.
talks, man.
At least
Yeah.
what they're planning is right now is that they're gonna give $2,000 to the regional winners and then $500 to the regional runner-ups. And then after
Something
that,
like
you're
that, I
gonna
don't
go
know.
into a bracket, and then if you win in the grand finals, you get 4k, and if you are the runner-up of the whole tournament, you get 1k.
Yeah,
I believe
something like that. I
that's
don't
how
know.
it's structured.
Yeah.
So far, not that many teams
Nice.
have signed up. There's a lot of regiments that have signed up. I wonder how they're gonna do. I think I'm a little bit
Greenland.
worried they're just gonna leave after a week because
Yeah, dude.
it's such a difference.
Yep, we'll have to see how it works out. Well,
What
anyways,
about Aeronwen and DOF? Like, you're not technically a member, but will you guys sign up for it too? I mean, you could
That's
sign up.
nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
You have to ask Erminas. Oh,
I mean, DOF has enough players for both an American side and a European side. So.
yeah. Erminas just said hell no, so I
that's
guess
quite
not.
convincing. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one thing I want to say is it's really exciting to see this sort of tournament going on in Warband at this stage, and good on Aris for getting that all together. You know, it obviously takes work to do that sort of thing, and he's
Yeah.
putting a lot of effort in, so good for him.
I wonder how long it took him to like make plans for all that, like
I mean,
raise
getting
money.
a 10k sponsor is very good. I mean, if
I
that's,
don't
if
I don't
that's
think it's
goes
gonna be
through.
sponsored. I think it's crowdfunded.
Yeah, but I think one donator is like 8,000 of that. They did a lot of money from.
Wait,
from
one
NA.
guy donated $8,000? I don't believe
I
that.
think so, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, it was something like that.
1,000 from Aris, and then like Aris himself put 1,000 into the pot, and then another secret donor that nobody knows. That's why I'm a little bit sketched. Like, who's this like masked man? Where is he? Like, why haven't I met him yet? Why hasn't he funded all my servers?
I admit, man, I donated that money.
Ah,
Yeah, same here.
Oh, I see. And now you're gonna sign up to win it all back, huh?
it's the easiest money's ever made, or not.
Sorry,
used.
but they cannot take my money. I will get it back.
They're saying in chat.
I just did
8K,
this to.
There's 8k if 30 teams sign up. Like right now, it's not looking that great, but it's still early. Most teams sign up late anyway. We haven't signed up yet, so
Yep.
obviously we're just gonna take the money easy. All these teams, nothing
Greed,
like a rusty
Greed, I
wolves.
told you never to steal from the prize pool, alright?
Nah, damn.
Keep your hands to yourself.
That was never proven.
His name is Greed.
Yeah, just give me the money. I'll hold
Yeah,
on
well,
to
I
it.
mean, that's why I gotta be here babysitting him all the time, just to make sure he doesn't do anything wrong, so to speak.
You could never catch me. You haven't caught me yet.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Catch me if you can. Let's see. Anything else we should discuss before we head off?
I think we've got pretty much everything covered. Like, maybe some closing thoughts from everyone would be nice. Like, are there any closing thoughts from you guys at all? Just like as a general question?
Not really. I don't know. Closing thought.
That's very interesting.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it. Any shoutouts before we head off?
Oh, I always have
yeah.
shout outs.
Alright, let's start
Like
with
it.
Aeronwen then.
Well, it was LaRue's birthday recently, so Pembley Sappers to LaRue.
Oh, happy birthday.
He's, yeah, and he very kindly streamed a couple of matches for the tournament. It's always great to see him streaming. So, if I go out early, the benefit of that would be that we might get another stream from LaRue. So he's hoping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you just said you wanted to see them in the finals, right? So that
I
kind of
expect to see
contradicts
them.
each other.
Yeah, but there'll be a silver lining if some accident happens. And
Accident.
and we haven't mentioned the stats, but I want to say that Yami and Harmon do a really great job, and it's really fun to read the stats from each map, and it's a lot of work, and it's great that they do that. So shout out to them, and also when I do a tournament, I normally put in quite a bit of work, and I used to think that I worked the hardest of any admin ever, but then I did a tournament with Ermanas, and he just puts in so much work and wants everything to be perfect all the time. So it's just a pleasure to run a tournament with him. He works so hard that it's unbelievable. And when we do the check the matches and check all the logs, Robin's been doing an absolutely great job of that too. So shout out to them because they're both amazing admins. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, good.
I mean, you could have gone on for a while, I think. So. No.
I could, but then it would sound like a closing thing for the tournament because there's so many people who help to make the tournament great.
All right. Well,
I can actually start talking about all the streams.
At the end of the tournament, we'll have you do all the shout outs you want to make. No worries.
No, I generally say 3 is enough.
I think you did more than 3 today, but all right. Let's see if Bliv or Rayden wants to do any shout outs. Any shout outs you guys want to make?
Yeah, shout out to my team for great atmosphere. I never thought I would play with kind of team again, with kind of atmosphere. I mean, it's really amazing. I have so much fun. Shout out to Kurva guys. Shout out to Bruce and Slate, my little Venom. And shout out to Colonel.
All right, thank you. What about you, Bliv?
Yeah, I wanna also shout out to Rayden's team, Random, because that's such a nice atmosphere, and all the Kurva guys, and also to my team, Aperture OPEG, because they're cool and all that, like big men.
Sounds like you're trying to get recruited to Random Force here.
No, I asked Rayden on Steam what's his shout outs gonna be, and if I was before him, I was gonna do them before he did.
Oh, alright.
Anyway, and also
stealer.
shout out to Ermanas, dude. And to be honest, man, I'll leave a message in this shout out to him. Remove those bushes, man, from the bottom of this like stair on Ruin Rebuild, the big stair. Man, those bushes, man, they fucked me over today. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, I'm genuinely upset about that. I played that map today because I have it on IG, and to be honest, man, no offense, but I don't like the map. But those bushes need to go right now. Make sure they update on IG as well. Thank you.
Well,
And shout out to admin team. Well, they
all the admin.
That's a good one.
they put a lot of effort in this tournament, and
Yeah, it's a good tournament.
they made this tournament bigger and bigger than it was before.
Yeah, I agree. They've done a good job. I remember back when like the weekend cup was just like a small thing. Now it's grown into this. It's cool to see. And I wish people didn't screw around so much with the admins, making them work extra, because it's a lot of work to run a tournament. And like, if people screw around with it too much, then there won't be tournaments, and then the scene will die. And we don't want that.
I do finish any tournament I do finish thinking I am never going to do this again.
Yeah.
Every admin does that.
And then the next time you think like, oh, let's do it again anyways.
You just forget the bad stuff.
Yeah, like childbirth. If you didn't forget, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was terrible.
I love childbirth.
Oh god, we're running into bad territory here. Raven, shoutouts quickly, save us.
Oh wow. Okay. First of all, I want to shout out to Bliv and Rayden for being our guests tonight, as well as Aeronwen, of course, and well, to you, Greed, for streaming, and
thanks, man.
well, to like the admin team for making this tournament possible, and as well the fact that we can stream matches, like make this somewhat official, as it were. Yeah, it's like pretty much shout out to everyone watching as well. Thanks for supporting us. Make sure to like watch our VODs and everything as well if you want to see this back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your turn, Greed.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks you guys for showing up for us guests. It was a little bit of a last minute thing, kind of just decided to do this.
Well,
but
you were
it-
late, Grid. Like,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't my fault.
No, of course not.
You
but
agreed with me? I'm
I have
surprised.
to. It's running late. It's been like 3 hours, 2 hours. The button kind of didn't work as well as I thought. I was hoping it would actually be used for like actual things and not spam, but I still have hope. I'm naive, you see. I'm very naive. Thank you
Old and
everyone
naive.
for what exactly old and naive.
Thank you too for having me, and please next time, don't invite Believe.
Oh my god. Yeah, thanks for having me. I want to be with Rayden next time you do this.
Perfect. This is
Please, me and Rayden again.
yeah, next time.
I'm not
That's
coming.
what-
Alright,
Stick.
sounds good.
We'll just surprise you both.
Nice.
No, I like you, Believe.
Yeah, I like you too much.
Aw,
The
That's
mood's
adorable.
changing quickly in here, I believe.
Let's just end
This
this
is
here
good
because
mood.
I just heard someone kissing. Let's just end it here.
I think that was Raven. Let's see. Thank you everyone. Have a good night. Watch us tomorrow. We're streaming Polish Eagles versus Saracens from the Polish Cup. I don't know who I'm streaming that with yet. We'll see. I haven't made any preparations whatsoever.
I'm not streaming it with you.
Already good news, everyone. Sunday I'm streaming with Raven. We're streaming PE versus AQ. Depending on how much is the schedule, we might try to get one more. It depends entirely on teams. That's it. Have a good night. Watch VODs. Follow Twitter. Blah 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 blah. Good night.